Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are doing your class today on demand. I just wanted to do a brief introduction because this is equipment-based Tabata number 2. Unlike equipment-based Tabata number 1, which was 8 rounds, 8 sets, all equipment-based, all the same move running through the class, this one's going to be a little bit different. If you are using equipment, ideally you will need a set of dumbbells and a kettlebell. If you only have one dumbbell available or you only have a kettlebell, that's fine. I will give you those options through the class. For those of you that don't have equipment, you can still join in today. This can be a bodyweight class. The way this will work is in every round, apart from the warm-up, which will be bodyweight only, every round will have 2 moves. One will be an equipment-based move, one will be a bodyweight move. Therefore, if you have equipment, you can do the equipment-based move and then the bodyweight move. Or if you wanted to, you could do all 8 sets of just the equipment-based move. There you have instantly a couple of different options on how to do your class today. If you do have equipment, there is even a chance, a further option on a few of the bodyweight moves to continue weighting them. So you can continue to use your equipment on things like the lunges, making it even more equipment-based if you want to. So that's how you can do things today. Bodyweight and equipment-based, just bodyweight, just equipment-based. You've got loads of options, guys. I really hope you enjoy it. Have fun. Okay, team, welcome to Tabata with equipment number 6. Warm-up will be without equipment as usual. It will be body weight. Move 1 is going to be just a simple jog. So let's get moving then, team. So no real modification obviously needed for the jog. Just make sure the knees are coming forward and we're pumping the arms. And because it is the warm-up, just keep yourselves moving in that little 10-second break. Move 2 is going to be a jumping jack. And to the bottom. And all the way up. And keep it moving. Gonna wake up those hamstrings with a good morning. So feet under the hips, hands up and hinge and snap up. Remember, you want to keep the back nice and flat. Just go as low as those hamstrings allow. Back is nice and flat. So think about the hitch hip of that kettlebell swing. Hips back and up.
3, 2, 1.
And keep moving. Move 4, we're going to warm up our squat. So get your feet into that squat position. All the way down, all the way up. Pushing knees out on the way down. Squeezing through the glutes on the way up. Hitting the bottom of your squat. And we keep moving, just a little gentle movement. Split squats, so feet under the hips, nice big step back on the left, up onto the toe, and just up and down. Try and get that knee all the way down to the ground. Make sure you're pushing down and this knee stays behind the toe, so don't push forward, push down, use this glute.
3, 2, 1.
And then come on up. We've done the left. Obviously, we need to do the right. So push it back, up onto that toe. Ears, shoulders, hips stacked. Pushing down and up. You don't have to go fast with this move. Nice and slow. Focusing on that form. Pull that belly button into the spine.
3, 2, 1.
And keep moving. Going to continue with warming up those shoulders and those hips with some inchworms. Down we come. If you want to add a little knee down push up to warm up that upper body, you can. Little reach to the top.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. A but it's a warm up, so we keep moving. And we're going to finish with a football run. Get those feet nice and wide, send those hips back and down, and then shake it. So remember, you want to be up on the toes, but not really up on the toes, just enough to get into that sprint athletic position, and run. Pull the belly button into the spine.
3, 2, 1.
And warm up done, round one done. So as you know, guys, we have one equipment-based move, one body weight move. Some of the body weight moves you will be able to put equipment to, and a couple of the times, if you want to go all equipment with the one move, I'm going to give you that option as well. Right, round two, we have got lunges. So straight away, if you want to make it a little bit tougher and you've got some equipment, we could go lunges, and then we're going to go high knees. And again, if you want to get a little bit hardcore today, you're going to put that dumbbell up above your head, and you're going to do your high knees. Alternatively, you can put that dumbbell out in front and do your high knees.
Round two.
So we've got lunges and high knees, body weight or equipment. Two heads of the dumbbell, hold it. Just to give a little bit extra weight, a little bit extra resistance. So, think about the points of performance on that lunge then, guys. Straight away, feet under the hips, keeping that gap as we lunge, using the glutes to come up. Right, high knees. Step it, run it, and again, if you want to supercharge it, dumbbell up above the head. So if you're stepping it, you're going to be here. Try to get those arms really locked out. Good work. If you want to do it here, that's okay too. This is the real challenge. If you just want to go for speed, put the dumbbell down and run it. Great work. Right, 2 down, 6 to go. We go back to our lunges. So maybe you went back. You can go back or forward. We've got 4 sets of lunges. So as you can see, I'm going to do 1 reverse and then 1 forward, so I get both planes of movement from 1 round. Good. So again, you can put that dumbbell up against your head, above your head. If you want to change it up, put it out in front. And again, you could just step it, or you can keep it up, or just get rid of it. You've got so many options today, guys, and that's the beauty. So next time when you do this class on demand, you can choose a different option. 1 class becomes 3 different classes. Rest. Great work. So we're going back to our lunges. If you want to use your dumbbells, use your dumbbells. So remember, we don't want to be quad dominant. We want to use our glutes. So it doesn't matter whether you go forward or back, but once that knee, and you can see it's a straight line all the way down, this glute pulls up. Good work. So high knees. How you doing it? Maybe you're just holding that weight, it's up. Maybe you're just gonna have a nice fast step. It's all good. Remember, guys, if that dumbbell is above your head, lock it out bicep by the ears. If it's in front, in line with those shoulders, straight. So you don't want it in front of your eyes, you want it here. Great work. Definitely tough on those shoulders to stabilize that movement. It's a really nice little twist on a classic. Last set of lunges then, team. Use those glutes, come on. Squeeze up. Remember, if you do a heavy lunge workout and the next day your quads are burning still, you didn't lunge properly, you were lazy. Get these muscles working. Great work. 1 more set of high knees. However you're gonna do it, team. You've got the options. So maybe this is enough. Whichever one you're doing, obviously last set we're getting a little bit tired. Remember, knees come up to the front, heel stays in front of the body. A lot of people do high knees and this heel is by the butt. This is no good because that's a butt kick. You need to be here.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Great work.
Round 2.
So because it's the equipment-based class and obviously we work a little bit heavier, we get the 1 minute's rest. It also gives me time to breathe, drink, and explain what's happening next. See, I'm making out it's all about you. It's all about me, let's face it. Right, we have a squat round. The bodyweight move is a squat. The equipment-based move is a thruster. So, we know our thruster. The elbows are in that front rack position. The elbows stay off the chest. We squat down. We drive up in one fluid motion. Motion? If you, again, want a little bit of a challenge, you're going to do your squats here. So you're not going to put the dumbbells down for 4 minutes. That's your challenge. So you can do bodyweight squats. If you're using that equipment and you want to get those dumbbells up, we squat with our dumbbells in this front rack position. But remember, this is technically the bodyweight move. So you can just get rid of those dumbbells and just squat.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, if you don't have equipment and you still want to do a thruster, you can do that squat extension onto the toes. If you're using dumbbells, your heels stay on the ground. So squat down, drive up. That's it, guys. Trying to keep those elbows from falling down onto your chest when you're coming down into that front squat portion of the move. And again, if you've got dumbbells in hand, heels on the floor. Rest. So I can see a couple of people, they're not putting those dumbbells down. So if that's you, front rack and get going. If it's just body weight, just go body weight. So remember, we're trying to stop this happening where we round our back and come over. Send the hips back and down, drive the knees out, keep that chest up. Still squatting below parallel and drive up. So, thrusters, or again, if you still don't want to use equipment, that extension where we pretend. So we squat and we rise up onto the toes. But this is technically the bodyweight move. Dumbbells up, punch. And remember, the hips are moving those dumbbells. So you want to squeeze your glutes before the dumbbell comes off your shoulder. Rest. Halfway. Whew. So, think about that form. Good work. Oh. Working that grip strength if you haven't put those dumbbells down yet. Into those thrusters. So all the way to the bottom of the squat. Snap up. As the dumbbells come down, you come down. Good work. One more of each to be done. Still holding on to those dumbbells. If that's you, good work. If not, the rest of us, back to our body weight squat. And again, this might be another really good round. When you come to do it on demand next time, maybe you're going to increase it. So you're like, this time actually, I am going to hold on to those dumbbells. So again, even on an on-demand class, you've got the ability to progress. Great work, guys. Whew.
1, 2, 3, and bust it.
Okay.
Round 3.
You can put those dumbbells down. Good effort, team. 2, 3 down. We're into round 4. This one's going to take us halfway. Right. Renegade rows can be done with equipment or not. So we get into our plank. If you are using equipment, you plank onto your dumbbells and you row. If you're not using equipment, you'll just do exactly the same thing, just without the dumbbell. So you'll still row the hand. We're going to team that with mountain climbers. So we're going to do 4 minutes in that plank position, unless you need to stand for your mountain climbers. And if that's you, you've just got to be good at getting up and down off the floor. If you can,
Get ready.
stay down.
Round
So,
4.
into that nice strong plank position, dumbbells under the shoulders, back nice and flat, and row. So the challenge with this move is, as much as it's that strength move through the upper body, it's the rock in the hips. So what I don't want to see is this. Try and keep the hips really stable. Rest. So if you want to stick hold of those dumbbells to do your mountain climbers, you can. If you need to do your mountain climber off a little bit of an incline to take some of the resistance off, you can. And obviously we have our standing team that will do their mountain climbers up here, standing on the ground. Good work, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Good work. So 1 round of renegade row, 1 round of mountain climbers, done. We go back to the renegade row. If you find your hips are rocking, just take your feet a little bit wider. And when you're doing that row, make sure it's a smooth elbow brushes past the rib cage and down.
3, 2, 1.
Good. So remember, we're teaming this with mountain climbers. So either on the dumbbells or palms on the floor into your mountain climber. You can step it. Just really focus on trying to keep that back nice and flat and pulling that knee up to the chest. Good work, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Back to that renegade row.
1, 2, 3, and bust it.
Good work. Come off those hands. And mountain climbers. So again, as we're getting tired, that form starts to slip. So just make sure that wrist is under that shoulder. We haven't gone kind of out and wide. And that back is flat. So we've not dropped our hips or piked them up. We're not working here, which is the classic mistake that we see in mountain climbers. You don't want to look like that. Make sure those hips are down. 1 more of each team. Let's be strong. Right, so I want to really look and see nice, stable hips. Squeeze those lower obliques, pull the belly button into the spine, squeeze those glutes, and keep those hips still. Not pulling side to side.
3, 2, 1.
Awesome work, team. Last 20 seconds in round 4. We are back to our mountain climbers.
1, 2, 3,
Great work, team. So my standing team, running, stepping, it doesn't matter. You know the rules in my classes, guys. Just make sure that you're challenging yourself. I don't mind what progression you take, as long as you're not always taking the easy option. Progressions are there to ensure that we progress. So if we always take that easy option, you're not going to progress. Rest.
Round 4.
And round 4 complete. Right, round 5 is the beast round today. So, you can do 2 separate equipment moves, you can do 1 equipment move, or you can do all body weight, because the body weight move is burpees. The 2 equipment-based moves are the devil press and the snatch. So you have got options today. You can either just do 8 sets of burpees, 8 sets of devil press, or 8 sets of dumbbell snatch, or you can do what I'm gonna do, 1 set of devil press and 1 set of dumbbell snatch. Devil press, down, chest to floor, up, snatch. Switch hands on the way down. That dumbbell snatch, remember, from the floor and up. So the devil press is a burpee and a snatch. So we're starting with devil presses. So 1 dumbbell, hands on the floor, out to the burpee, knees down, chest up, snap up, dumbbell above the head, swap it on the way down, do exactly the same on the other side. So you may have chosen to do all burpees, you may have chosen to do all dumbbell snatch. Rest. If you are doing this as it's written, 1 set of devil press, 1 set of dumbbell snatch. So alternate it, snatch, switch, up. Remember, if you haven't got great coordination, you can swap that dumbbell on the floor. You don't have to swap it on the way down. It's just a little bit quicker.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Okay, so maybe you're doing your 3rd set of burpees, or maybe you're coming back to your devil press. So we do that chest to floor burpee, and then we get into that position, and we basically do a snatch, and then we switch. Let's talk about getting that dumbbell off the floor. Make sure your hips stay below your shoulders, you use your legs, and you keep that dumbbell nice and close. Boom. Rest. Woo. So again, there are 4 different ways you can do this round. So next time you do it on demand, you can make it a different class. So let's say, as it's written, devil press and snatch. But if you haven't got equipment, it's just 8 sets of burpees. Rest. I can see a couple of people going for all 8 sets of devil press. And let's face it, if I was on your side, I'd be doing the same thing. Right, let's go then, guys. So round 5, technically a devil press. Some people on their 5th set of burpees. Some people on their 5th set of snatch because they can't do burpees. But then they still get to move that weight. Good work, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Great. Right. Set 6. So again, technically going back to that snatch. If you're still burping, you do you guys, keep it going. If you're doing that snatch, let's talk about that top position. So we know the hips stay below the shoulders, we use the legs, we get it nice and close. Let's make sure we're getting that bicep by the ear and dumbbell to the top.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Right, we have 2 rounds left. So technically it's 1 round of devil press, 1 round of snatch, but who knows how you guys are doing it. Round 17, let's go. So if you're doing it as designed, it's a devil press. Some people can't do devil press and snatch because it's too much, so they're doing burpee and snatch, and that's the beauty of this class. You've got your options, team. Keep pushing, that countdown is coming. Boom. Right, last set. I did warn you, I think round 5 is definitely the beast round. Let's go. So technically it's snatch. Maybe you're going for that extra set of devil press. Again, I can still see people have gone devil press all the way through. Make sure both heads of the dumbbell touch the floor on the way down.
3, 2, 1.
And rest.
Round 5.
Woo!
Complete.
Okay. Round 6 As it's designed, the body weight movement is a sit-up. The equipment move is a kettlebell swing. So this will mean getting up and down off the floor very quick. Or you can do all 8 sets of sit-ups, and obviously if you don't have equipment, that's you guys today. If you have that kettlebell or dumbbell to swing, and you'd rather go 8 sets of kettlebell swings, do that. It's your choice, guys. I'll do it as it's designed, and then you guys can do it however you're feeling today. So I'm going to use butterfly sit-ups and kettlebell swing. So remember that butterfly sit-up, because we butterfly the feet together, we just get rid of a little bit of hip flexor. We use a little bit more of our core than we do on the military sit-up. Doesn't mean it's better, just means we use more of our core and less of our hip flexors. So sit-ups. And again, if you've gone straight for that kettlebell swing because you want to challenge yourself with 8 sets of kettlebell swings this morning, that's awesome work.
3, 2, 1.
Personally, I like the challenge of getting up and down off the ground. Right, so kettlebell or dumbbell swing. If you don't have a kettlebell swing but you have a dumbbell, remember you can swing that dumbbell exactly the same way as you would a kettlebell. Make sure you get that hip hinge. So look at that position when I swing the kettlebell back. My hands are close to the top of my inner thighs. My back is flat, my shoulders are over. I'm not squatting. So remember, the one thing you don't want to do on a kettlebell swing is come all the way down, all the way up, like this. That kettlebell should stay here. Sit up, unless you're still swinging. Awesome work, team. Push, push, push.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. So staying down if you're doing those sit-ups. Remember, if you are doing that kettlebell swing, you start from the ground, about a foot away from you, angle it towards you, snap. Hands stay to the top of the inner thighs. That kettlebell or dumbbell should not go below your knees. If it's down here when you're swinging, you need to send the hip back. Awesome work. 4 down, 4 to go. Hit the deck. Unless you're still going with that kettlebell swing. Yeah. So again, make sure you start that kettlebell swing from the floor. If you pick up that kettlebell and start swinging it from here, you're just going to damage your back. So there you go, front view angle. You can see how close that kettlebell is to the top of my legs because I'm using the hip hinge rather than using my back. Good work. Set 7. So maybe some of you are on your 7th set of sit-ups. Down to the ground unless you're doing 8 set swings. Let's go, team. And again, obviously we're doing this live even though it's going to become an on-demand class, and I can see I've got Helen doing 8 sets of kettlebell swings. Good work, lady. Got a couple of people doing 8 sets of sit-ups. Rest. All right, I'm lost, but I think this is the last set of kettlebell swings. So remember, you need to get that kettlebell to your eye line. If you're doing a traditional Russian kettlebell swing, it's eye line. If you're doing that American swing, we go all the way up overhead, and it's got to go all the way up. This half and half thing doesn't work. Great work.
Round 6.
Round 6. Right. 2 to go. So we've got an upper body round, and then we're going to finish with a core round. So Body weight move for those of you with no equipment. I'm really sorry. You're going to do 8 sets of push-ups. If 8 sets of push-ups sounds a little bit unrealistic, you could do alternate push-ups with shoulder taps, because then we're still in that plank position, still using that upper body. For those of you that have equipment, we're going to do a set of push-ups, and then we're going to do a set of kneeling, hammer curl to overhead. So you're going to kneel, you're going to put the dumbbells so that the palms face in, and the heads of the dumbbells are to the front and the back, elbows in tight. You're going to hammer curl up, overhead, back to the shoulders, hammer curl, down.
Get ready.
So we're going to start with push-ups. If you need to use an incline or a wall, this is an incline push-up. You have that body strong in a plank, down to the box or the bench. If you need to use a wall, use a wall. If you're doing knee down push-ups and you have access to an incline, remember, beginner push-ups are knee down push-ups. If you can get to an incline, no matter how high that is, you're going to progress to strong push-ups faster. So either push-ups or shoulder taps, or with the equipment, kneel, hammer curl to overhead. Anytime any dumbbells going overhead, so look at the elbows stay tight, punch up, we get that strong overhead, my head comes through the window frame, boom. Rest. Back to your push-ups. Notice that I'm not really giving an option to do 8 sets of hammer curls to overhead, because push-ups are a functional move and we need to be doing push-ups. If you wanted to do 8 sets of hammer curl and you've already started, you know what guys, you do you. It is an equipment-based Tabata. We do a lot of push-ups in the week, right? So it's okay. But if this is your first class this week, get those push-ups done, team. Rest. Good. So again, I'm going to really drill this overhead, because what I do see a lot in classes is people ending their overhead here. Get it up. Why are we doing it kneeling? A, so we don't have so far to go between our push-ups, but also to really hold that strict position when we're going overhead. You can't dip and drive. It's a little bit mean, but push-ups, get yourselves ready. So again, if you have access to an incline, use it if you're doing knee down push-ups, because it will progress. Because we're using a full body position and full length of levers, it replicates that full push-up, it builds strength quicker. Rest. Good, so maybe you haven't got equipment and you're about to hit your 6th set of push-ups. If that's you, awesome work. Maybe you're subbing for some shoulder taps about now. Good work, team. Rest. Okay, one more set of each. Back to that push-up. So remember, it's that functional push-up, because if I asked you to push something in real life, you would push it. We don't push things out here, so we don't really want to use that movement in class. Remember, all that functional movements, which is movements used in life, things that will help us, general life preparedness is what it's called. Good, basically keeping us fit for life, Right, kneeling, hammer curl to overhead. Make sure those knees are under the hips, so you don't want to do this with your knees together, because again, it's like if we are lifting, right? Power position is feet under the hips. So we need the same, we need knees under the hips.
Round 7.
Round 7. Okay. Round 8 is our core round. If you want to put a mat down, put a mat down. 2 moves. Both can be done body weight. Both can be done with equipment if you want. So again, sometimes I worry I give too many options, but I think it's good to have options in life. All scaling, all progressions. So we have either a V up or a single leg V up. So we've got the full V up or the single leg V up. If you want to use your equipment, you're going to take that dumbbell behind your head. You're going to put it in your hands and you're going to use your dumbbell. So obviously a single leg V up is easier than a V up. And you could alternate it. So you could go single leg on the first set, V up on the third. We're going to team it with the Russian twist. So V up or single leg V up. Set one. Personally, I'm going single leg. Remember, you want to keep the small of the back on the mat and you want to clamshell up, ribs to hips, hands and legs coming down at the same time. If you can have a little pause at the top, have a little pause at the top. Let's say we're teaming this with Russian twist. So again, you can use your weight if you want to. Knees and toes together. Lean back. If you want to get those legs up nice and straight, then the progression is knees up but bent, then knees on the ground. But remember, you can't have your knees up on the ground if you're going to move all over the place. You've got to be able to keep it still. 3, 2, 1. Rest. So we're going back either single leg or V up. Same rules apply. Smaller the back on the mat. So pause at the top as well if you can, and then come down. And remember, we want equal work through all of your core, from shoulder girdle to hip, which is where your core starts and ends. Even work. Boom. We go back to the Russian twist. So make sure you lean back, right? Because if we do it up here, we're using our hip flexors and you'll probably feel that pain in here. You want to use the obliques and the abs. So lean back, find the abs. And then if you can take those feet off the floor and keep them still, and then if you can straighten them. 3, 2, 1. Rest. So we're going back. So again, I'm going to really mix it up because I've given us the choice. So I'm going to go single leg for one more round. If you want to stick with your V up, or maybe you never progress to the V up, rest. Whew. Right, round 6 with that Russian twist. So you can use your weight, or if you normally do it with your feet on the floor, but you think you could get your feet off the floor if you don't use a weight, progress feet off the floor. So rather than stay on the floor with a weight, I would rather you progress the feet off the floor, no weight. Great work. Good work, guys. Last set then. So again, if you're not using that equipment, it doesn't matter. We can just do. You can still do that pause at the top. So really try, and when you get to the top of that movement, just trying to have a nice little pause. Good work, guys. Really nice. Making sure the small of that back stays pressed on the mat so those abs are completely engaged. And last set of Russian twists. Last 20 seconds of the class then, team. Make sure that chin is off the chest. Make sure you're still breathing. Keep working, guys. Remember, if you're still here, if this is feeling tough, then it's tough. Favorite magic words. Round 8, complete. Awesome work, team. So we've survived another week. Just take a few seconds. We are going to stretch on the floor, but obviously if you need to get up to go and grab your water bottle, you can. So get yourself up if you need to. If you want to, just stay down on the floor. I'm going to change the music, And then we'll get into our cool down. Okay, team, first thing we are going to do is we are going to stretch out that back. So I want you to lay flat, bring your knees up into your chest, hook underneath, and just relax here. Focus on nice deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then unhook your arms, arms out to the sides. Drop the knees over to one side, trying to keep them in line with your hips and trying to keep both shoulders on the floor. You can relax your head down. And then pick your knees up, roll them to the center, and then take them all the way over. Again, keeping the knees in line with the hips, shoulders on the ground. And then roll them back into the middle. Bring yourself up, put your feet directly out in front of you. Trying to keep your knees flat on the floor. Just reach down to those toes. If you can't reach your toes, but you can reach your shins, then that's fine. Just don't let those knees pop up. Good, then just pull one foot right into the groin. Hand down, and then we're gonna go up and over. And then swap. So leg out to the front, foot into the groin, hand straight down, and then up and over the top so that we really stretch out that side. Good, release that. Turn yourself over onto all fours, and then just cat stretch and cow stretch. So just move in between the two stretches nice and slowly, and then lift up onto the knees, take a big lunge step forward, and just press through for that hip flexor. And then push back, knees, big lunge step forward on the other side, press through to that hip flexor. Notice that my knee still stays nice and straight. Good work. Last little bit. Come back, hands down on the ground, just push up into a down dog. And walk your hands in towards your feet and roll up nice and slowly. Once you're at the top, you are done. Thank you for joining me, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.